What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the crash in Bitcoin, running over a couple altcoins, and really talking about where I expect the market to go from here. If you guys are not a subscriber to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button because I have been talking about this correction for the past few days and we finally got the beginning of the correction. So make sure that if you want more content like this, that you're a subscriber to this channel, as well as sharing this video with your friends and joining the Discord links in the description box below. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So as you guys know, I have been posting about a flash crash in the cryptocurrency markets and how I was personally expecting a correction inside of the markets. You guys, we started to get this correction, and I want to talk a little bit about where I expect prices to go from here. A lot of people are wondering whether this correction is over, whether this is the exact bottom of the entire market, and whether we're just going to start shooting up higher from here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about why I personally think the market will see further downside and why I don't personally think that this is the top or that this is the bottom of the correction that we're seeing currently. So if we look at kind of the smaller time frames, like if we look at the 1 hour time frame, you guys can see that we have these wicks coming down in the price. We've started to see recovery inside of the market as well. The price is about 53,000 currently. But you guys, I actually expect us to reject inside of this market and see further downside. It's really the bigger time frames that are suggesting this to me. We still have divergence on the 12-hour. We still have divergence on some of the smaller time frames, like the 4-hour. We have bearish divergence right here as well. So what I'm actually expecting to happen is a little bit of a recovery, kind of a retest of some of these support levels that used to be support levels that are now resistance, and then another sharp correction back down to major support before we can actually return to the bigger picture bullish trend. So that's what I personally expect to have happen inside of Bitcoin. I know it's been really, really exciting to see this correction happen, to see the market actually move down as expected here, and to see the beginning of what looks to be like a bigger picture four-wave inside of the market. As you guys know, I recently updated you guys about the Elliott wave counts being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as far as the sub-wave count goes right here. And then in the bigger picture wave count, you have a 1, 2, 3, and a 4 wave forming inside of the market before we actually have a bigger picture 5 wave coming. So I expect this 4 wave to be a pretty big wave, a pretty big correction. I don't think that this is the end of the panic. I do actually think that we will see further panic on the downside to go ahead and complete this 4 wave even more. And I actually expect a lot of different things to panic along with the Bitcoin markets. I am watching for a correction inside of stocks as well. I think the stocks are quite overextended in the short term, so we're going to quickly look at that. And then I'm going to run over a couple altcoins here for you guys as well. But you guys, in my opinion, stocks are overextended. We have divergence in stocks as well. We have some bearish divergence forming here. If you look at Apple looks to me like Apple is starting to top out as well. We have bearish divergence on Apple. We're failing support levels. And I just expect another kind of sharp correction, another shakeout. There's a lot of retail money inside of the markets right now. A lot of investors that are retail money, mom and pop traders that are getting into the markets. And I just personally think that we need to have another shakeout similar to what we saw in the 2020 kind of shakeout because of Corona, to really get those people out of the market before we see the real move, the real rise on the upside inside of stocks, inside of cryptocurrency. I just personally think that it makes a lot more sense. These markets are not made to make retail money make money. They are made to suck retail completely dry of everything that they own. And that's just the fact of the matter. I mean, that's why they have zero fee trading. That's why zero fee trading apps come out. If you ask yourself, why is there no fee trading apps? That makes you the product. They are literally trading against you. They watch the order book, they see and they understand that if they get enough retail money into the market, they actually have liquidity. Why do you think that BitMEX, why do you think that all these leverage trading websites allow you to have up to 100x leverage? No, your best friend wouldn't offer you 100 times loan on any money that you have. So you have to ask yourself, why are these companies giving you 100 times your money to be trading? Why are these companies offering zero trading? And it's because you become the product. You are the product. They get as many people in as possible so they have liquidity to short the crap out of the markets, screw everybody, steal every penny that they own, empty everybody's savings accounts. And then once they do that, they can pump the market and actually let it rally and continue going parabolic on the upside. And that's exactly what I expect to have happen here inside of Apple, inside of the stock market, inside of cryptocurrency. I expect a shakeout. Then we can return back to that trend. Then we can actually return back to upside growth. And all of those traders that are getting in too early will be able to be shaken out so that the big money, the big whales can actually continue to pump the market. So let's take a look at Ethereum real quick, you guys. As you know, Ethereum has seen a massive crash on Kraken. I was mentioning on my channel that we could see a flash crash inside of the markets. A few commenters on my video said, no, that's impossible. Nobody has ever predicted a flash crash before. But look at Kraken, you guys, right now. We fell all the way down to $715. And I personally expect this market to see another correction. On Kraken, I actually do not expect us to go below that $715 level. I think that that's pretty much the lowest that we will see. But I do think that we will come back down and crash, probably test these major support levels. The top of the market, the previous all-time high, should form as major support again. So no, I don't think that we will be testing $715 again. I do think that as far as Kraken goes, that's probably the lowest low. But on other exchanges where we didn't have that flash crash, like Coinbase, for example, we did not have a flash crash like that. I expect us to make another low inside of this market. I personally think that Ethereum will test near its previous all-time highs, which means we will probably shoot for another leg down and kind of test these support levels in this range here before we return back on the upside and see continuation in the big picture. That's just what I'm seeing in the markets, you guys. That's what I personally expect to happen. And although XRP seems to be breaking out right now, I don't actually think that XRP is breaking out. I think that this is a fake out. I think that people are trying to kind of get in on this market as a hope that it's going to pump when everything else is crashing. But I actually expect this to be a pretty big shakeout and another down leg to happen here in XRP as well. And as far as Dogecoin goes, I expect Dogecoin to see further downside as well. As you guys know, I've been talking about how Dogecoin will likely fail its support level. If we look on the 2-hour time frame here, the 3-hour time frame, we have Ichimoku resistance. The 2-hour time frame, we have Ichimoku resistance. We are pretty much failing this support level. We haven't actually failed it yet. These could potentially be bullish wicks. So for anybody that is thinking, okay, what's the different possible bullish scenarios? You know, these could be bullish wicks, but I personally think that this is a lot more of a downside structure. I see kind of rejections happening more than support being found. So if we do go ahead and finish failing this support level, that will be further confirmation on Dogecoin that we will see these lower support levels tested. The bigger time frames still look quite bearish to me. We just have a lot of rejection candles on the weekly candlesticks. These huge rejection wicks like this, you guys, I mean, look at XRP when it topped in the previous cycle here. These huge rejection candles, these huge profit-taking candles are usually a sign that we need to see some downside. And you guys, Binance Coin will be the final coin for the day here to update you guys on because I've got some things I'm doing today. But if you look at Binance Coin, you guys, and we drop time frames here a little bit as well to maybe the daily candlesticks, you guys can see the same kind of wicking, these railroad candlesticks, these rejection candlesticks. And actually, Binance Coin, to me, there's a fractal comparison as well that I'm watching here. If we If we drop time frames a little bit and then we look at the 6-hour time frame, and then we add another chart here on the bottom, and then we just throw XMR on the chart on the bottom here. Let's find XMR with the most data. We'll probably be on Poloniex, XMR Poloniex. And then let's go ahead and add like the 5-day candlesticks here so we can kind of see what's going on. And I'll show you kind of the fractal that I'm seeing here, the potential fractal with Binance Coin, and why I think that a bigger correction is still very likely here with Binance, further downside before we see more upside. And this is why right here, because whenever we get these huge V-shaped kind of elbows where the market sees sideways consolidation and a huge parabolic run, to me, this is a sign that the market is likely topping out in the short term. And so I see this kind of bull trap structure right here to be similar to the bull trap structure right here inside of XMR. I do expect these lower support levels to be tested in Binance before we can return to the big picture bullish trend. So that's my thoughts on the markets, you guys. Definitely an exciting time to be watching these crypto markets. Definitely some high volatility, and just a really good time to, like I said, you guys, in my previous videos, it's always smart to have some dollar tether so you can buy the dips. Being 100% of them out of the market is never smart because you just don't know what it's going to do. Nobody does, but I'm very confident in these positions, in these trades. I'm very confident that having some dollar tether right now is the name of the game so that you can prepare to buy these lower levels. And then when everybody else is actually scared, unlike everybody being FOMO buying right now, then you can get back into the market and start making money. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. Go ahead and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Share it with your friends if you want other people to profit in these markets along with you. Go ahead and join the VIP as well. Links are in the description. I have a 20% discount running right now. So make sure that you guys join that if you want my downside targets, where I expect these markets to go on the downside, so that you guys can go ahead and prepare to buy the dips. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video. And as always, stay profitable out there.